There are a lot of iconic lighthouses spread from coast to coast across America, but for the die-hard golf fan, this one is an immediate giveaway for our location today. In the moments ahead, we've got a fascinating story of restoration and renovation of a classic Pete Dye design masterpiece. It's called Harbour Town Golf Links. You know the course, but you've never seen it quite like this. Hello friends, Bill Hobson here. Glad to have you along for a very special story. It's a story of restoration, respect, and an homage to one of the iconic golf course architects in the history of the game, Pete Dye. We've landed on Hilton Head Island at the iconic Harbour Town Golf Links. You know the course, you know the tournament, because every year right after the Masters, this is where the eyes of the golf world turn. Well, this course just recently reopened after being closed for several months under the watchful eye and the expertise of Davis Love III and his team as they were tasked with a very heady assignment: restore Harbour Town Golf Links to its original intended shot values and look and feel, but do so without crossing that line of making major changes. You talk about a difficult tightrope to walk. That's exactly what they did, and my friends, it is amazing. So that's the story we'll share with you here in the moments ahead, and there's no better place to start than by sitting down with Davis Love III himself, a man who won here at Harbour Town 5 times and has a deep affection for this place.
I came here with my dad for the first Heritage in 1969, so a lot of history here on this golf course, so it was special to be a part of the restoration. My relationship with Pete through my dad, he was a mentor to me.
What did Pete do here?
Well, he created a masterpiece of modern innovation. He didn't come up with railroad ties and bunkers. He saw that at Prestwick or places in Scotland or Ireland, but he brought it to the United States. Pot bunkers. He didn't invent pot bunkers, but he made great use of them and made them part of American golf architecture. But this golf course, through the trees, out to the marsh, incredible views, is iconic, and I think the players realize that it's something special. Pebble Beach, Augusta National, places that are revered, the players really don't want them messed with. But players not only with the golf course but with the Heritage have a special relationship. Their families love coming here. They love the hospitality, they obviously love the food, but this is a special place for a lot of tour players, and then the guys who understand golf course architecture didn't want to see it changed.
So how do you kind of weigh the balance between a tournament-ready design and a resort guest and member design?
Well, a great golf course will stand up every week of the year. You could almost play the Heritage anytime. You just show up and play because it's ready to go. This golf course doesn't have to grow deep rough to be ready for a tournament. The average guy can come and play the right tees, and when he hits good shots, he's rewarded. The tour player can play the back tees. When he hits good shots, he's rewarded with birdies. Now, it's not the easiest golf course in the world. You're challenged to carry it over hazards, over bulkheads, stop it before it goes over the green into another hazard. So I think the architect nerds and the people who like to play the top 100, they want to see golf courses like this, and they appreciate them.
I can tell there's a fire in your passion for what's happened here. So if you were to put on the scale of justice the current levels of fire and passion, is it Davis Love III competitor, player, or is it now more into the architecture and design world?
Well, I'm a little into both.
Yeah.
As my friend Fred Couple says, the 4 hours inside the ropes are what we live for. I love playing competitive golf, but I also love the challenge of coming to a place like Harbour Town, being a part of a team, and giving the Goodwin family or giving the tour players that 1 week a year they come here what they want, and they don't want us to mess up. I get to do a lot of very cool things, but to come to Harbour Town and renovate this golf course when I came here as a kid with my dad, or when I came here as a kid and played in the Junior Heritage, it's quite an honor to be a part of the team. A lot of pressure, but it was an honor to be a part of it, and I think we gave everybody, the members, the guests, the ownership, The tour players, they gave him what they wanted and didn't change Pete's masterpiece, just updated it.
You still have the jacket from win number 1?
I don't have that one, but I have a great one that Steve Wilmot gave me that's a 5-time champion jacket. That's the one I wear.
We brought Tom Doak in and asked him to take a look at our golf course, and he said, you don't need me. He said, you've already got a beautiful golf course. The worst thing you could do is change the integrity of it. And Davis was 100% on board for this. He gave me no pushback on my advocacy for the regular player. Once you get here, you know something special is going on. To me, it's the sweet spot of the East Coast. Our weather conditions, we still have winter, but we have it like today, where we've got a piece of outerwear, but we're not shoveling snow. But there's, I think the biggest thing is the people. It's a melting pot. There's people from all over the world that have come to live here.
There are, as you're well aware, Pete Dye courses that leave people cursing his very name and his legacy. This isn't one of them.
No.
And is this course the antidote to the ball flies too far crowd who thinks that the game is being ruined by distance?
If you went and asked Tom Watson, Lanny Watkins, Tom Kite, Peter Jacobson, they would tell you if you have any interest in golf course architecture or design that you need to start. And I asked Tom Watson for his permission to quote him on this, and he said, you absolutely may, because I said it. If you're going to have an interest in making a career out of golf course architecture and design, you need to study the Harbour Town Golf Links, because it's Exhibit A, as you very nicely said, of what can be done with 65 to 67, 800 yards versus 75 to 7,800 yards. But the Harbour Town is evidence that you don't need to have unlimited land and unlimited yardage to have a great test.
So it's great to have the golf course back open. It's iconic for a lot of those guests that come here. They enjoy playing our golf course. The corporate groups enjoy being out on Harbour Town Golf Links along with Atlantic Dunes and Heron Point by Pete Dye. We have a strong lineup of golf activities, but it also goes beyond the golf course. We have, miles and miles of bike paths. We have a 500-acre forest preserve within Sea Pines. We have the marina just around the corner from us here, an active marina with all of the kayaking and boat tours and fishing charters that go out of that. So it's an amazing destination to come and visit. At different seasonalities for different groups that come at different times of the year, but a fantastic place to live and a fantastic place to come and visit as well.
So just to be clear for everybody, the invitation is open for anybody watching this conversation and this feature to
That's
come
right.
here and play, right? You don't have to be a member, you don't have to own property, you can come and stay in the inn or surrounding area.
That's absolutely right. We have a membership base that is here as well for our members to come in and play golf, but we open up the majority of our tee time for day golfers, vacationers and buddy golf trips. So it's really, when you look at like PGA Tour golf courses, we're a signature event. We're very privileged to be a signature event. But when you look at the golf courses at that signature series where you can actually play, we're one of the few golf courses that you can have access to the tee sheet. And that's a real privilege to be able to say that.
Yeah. So the grand reopening of Harbour Town takes place at Sea Pines, which is located on Hilton Head Island. But this entire region is commonly referred to as Low Country. And I don't know what that means. This guy does. Barry Fleming, can you give us a little primer for Low Country, how big it is, and what that means?
Yeah, the Low Country, basically, I would say stretches from, you could even go into Georgia, northern Georgia, up through, maybe up to Charleston, I'll say. So that's kind of the Low Country area of South Carolina, and south is low, so Low Country, and we're right here along the coast, and it is, like I was just saying to you, it's God's country. For those, many of you who have been fortunate to come here, people that come here and play golf or come here and vacation, guess what? They keep coming back. And I tell people there are only about 20 or 25 days a year here that you really don't want to play golf. It's too cold, or it's
Sure.
windy, or it's rainy and nasty. Other than that, you play golf here 11 to 11 and a half months of the year. And we get a change of the seasons, and it's just fabulous. We suggest going to the website, hiltonheadgolfisland.com, and from there you can automatically reach out to all of our partners. It walks you right through it.
Good.
And we have 20 in the whole Low Country area that at least our association takes care of. We're like 23 to 25 courses just right there.
You know, it's not every day that you and I have an open invitation to play an iconic PGA Tour venue, but that is the case here at Harbour Town Golf Links. You can come here and tee it up, stay at Sea Pines Resort, and explore the incredible beauty and history of this area. Speaking of history, I decided to close our time together by making the long spiral staircase journey up through the museum that leads to the top level of this lighthouse, and one final reminder of how stunningly beautiful this part of the Low Country, as they call it, really is. So hopefully somewhere down the road, maybe we can run into each other, teeing it up on this Pete Dye and now Davis Love masterpiece, and spending a little time just soaking in the incredible beauty of this region. Thanks for joining us. I hope you'll subscribe to our channel as we continue traveling to the most incredible golf destinations on the planet and sharing those stories with you. We'll see you next time.